Have you ever heard a story so dark, so utterly chilling, that it leaves you questioning reality? Today, we'll dive into 10 of the world's eeriest unsolved mysteries, each one more sinister than the last. Buckle up, these stories aren't for the faint of heart. In 2007, the world was shaken by the disappearance of 3-year-old Madeline McCann, who vanished from her family's vacation rental in Portugal. While her parents dined just steps away, Madeline was asleep in her room. But when they returned, she was gone. Over a decade later, despite high-profile searches and countless theories, her fate remains unknown. Was she taken? Did someone know her family's every move? Or was it something far darker? The trail, unfortunately, grows colder with each passing year. On February 28, 1986, Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme took an ordinary night off with his wife to see a movie. As they walked home, an unknown gunman stepped out of the shadows and fatally shot Palme. In the chaos that followed, the shooter melted into the crowd, escaping without a trace. Decades later, the case remains open, a national mystery that has haunted Sweden, leaving a shadow of conspiracy, suspects, and unanswered questions. On Australia Day, January 26, 1966, the three Beaumont siblings set off for the beach, never to be seen again. Jane, Arna, and Grant Beaumont were last spotted playing with a mysterious man, someone witnesses described as friendly. When their parents went to pick them up, they were gone, and so was he. The search for the Beaumont children consumed Australia, sparking theories, sightings, and a national obsession with finding answers. But to this day, no one has uncovered the truth of what happened that fateful afternoon. In Cape Elizabeth, Maine, residents faced a unique and chilling fear in 2005, a stranger who became known as the Cape Intruder. This unidentified man would enter people's homes while they slept, watching over them silently. He stole nothing, left no signs of forced entry, and seemed to simply vanish as quickly as he arrived. Police never managed to catch him, and just as mysteriously as he began, the intrusion stopped. The thought that he could reappear at any moment still haunts Cape Elizabeth's residents. From May 1918 to October 1919, New Orleans lived in terror as the Axeman stalked the city. He broke into homes and attacked residents with their own axes. In a taunting letter, he warned the city that he would spare any home playing jazz music on one particular night. Jazz filled the streets, and for one night, there was no bloodshed. The Axeman's identity remains a mystery, leaving only fear and legends in his wake. Was he simply a madman, or was there a twisted motive behind the music? On November 24, 1971, a man known as Dan Cooper hijacked a plane from Portland to Seattle. After securing $200,000 in ransom and 4 parachutes, he jumped out of the plane over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, disappearing into legend. Did he survive the jump? Did he perish, leaving his loot hidden in the wilderness? Though theories abound, no one has ever found Cooper, nor the bulk of the ransom money. He remains the only unsolved hijacking case in U.S. history. The Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California in the late 60s and early 70s, taunting police with bizarre letters and ciphers. He claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders, though he boasted of many more. One cryptic note supposedly holds his true identity, but it's never been cracked. Despite countless theories and suspects, the Zodiac remains one of the most infamous mysteries in American crime history, a shadowy figure who dared the world to find him, yet never slipped up. In 1982, Chicago residents were struck by terror when 7 people died after taking Tylenol capsules that had been laced with cyanide. The mystery culprit had taken store-bought bottles, filled capsules with poison, and returned them to store shelves. Panic swept the city, leading to one of the biggest product recalls in history. The case remains unsolved, leaving everyone wondering, who could do something so vile? And are they still out there, waiting to strike again? In March 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 vanished from radar without a trace, sparking one of the largest search operations in history. The plane deviated from its path, and its tracking systems were mysteriously shut down. To this day, only fragments of the plane have been found. With no definitive explanation, the fate of MH370 and its 239 passengers remains one of aviation's most chilling mysteries. In 1922, a Bavarian family was brutally murdered in their farmhouse at Hinterkaifeck. Before their deaths, they had reported strange sounds and footprints around the property, but no one believed them. After killing the family, the intruders stayed in their home for days, cooking meals and feeding the livestock. The horror only deepened when investigators found no evidence leading to the killer. Was it someone the family knew? Or was it, as villagers whispered, an evil spirit haunting the land? We've taken a look at 10 of the most chilling mysteries ever recorded, each one leaving behind countless questions and sleepless nights. From unsolved murders to disappearances and eerie encounters, these stories remain unsolved, defying logic and haunting our world. Want to dive deeper? Subscribe and join us as we uncover more of the world's most unsettling tales. But remember, some mysteries are better left unsolved.